Hi, good morning everybody. My name's Gary, and if you might have noticed that I'm a man that have absolutely nothing to look forward to. Literally, I mean. I can't see what's coming, and that makes me feel very much at home. Why? The whole world couldn't see what's coming, and they felt very much at home, literally. And stay home and stay safe became the new norm. However, are you aware that all blind stay home and stay safe? And it's a norm for them? Look around you. Can you see any of them around? There are about probably tens of thousands, 40, 50,000 estimated in Singapore. But yet, it's a rare sight to find a blind person tropping around. They stay home to stay safe. Safe from what? Well, before we really elaborate on that, let me tell you how I got into this very dark situation. Some 20 or almost 30 years ago, I was doing what comes naturally, minding my own business, serving reservist training. And on my last in camp, the 13th year, unlucky for some, I flunked my marksmanship test. So it's not a norm. So my CEO tell me, go get a checkup. I did. I went to an ophthalmologist. And after some diagnostic, the eye doctor came back and say, Gary, you got glaucoma. I said, what? Glaucoma? You mean my eyes are going to sleep? He said, no. He brought out an eyeball as big as a football. He opened it up and started explaining. You see, he said, water gets in the eye, it circulates, and it's drained off by the drainage system. So in some cases where the drainage system malfunction, water gets in and more gets in, pressure builds up because it cannot be drained off, and it damages the optic cell slowly but surely. So a lot of people got blind that way. And another thing is that when it's damaged, it is permanent. So we only can maintain what you left. So in your case, he says your drainage system choke up. I say choke up, so I need to see a plumber instead. He said, oh no, we can control that in most cases by eye drops. So the story goes, I have 1 eye drops, 2 eye drops, and after a few years, they can't control the pressure, so I have about all the different types of eye drops. And they started me on surgery. So mind you, glaucoma surgery is not what you're thinking, it's not rewarding. What they do is that they try to maintain what I have left, so they open up holes to let the water comes out to reduce the pressure. So ironically, to maintain what I have, at the same time the surgery also damaged what I have. So each time I had a surgery, my damage increases. So I have 1 surgery like every 1 or 2 years. So I had about 10. I lost count. So eventually the effects is coming in and I'm facing problems because the world is disappearing before my very eyes. And problems come in. Like what? You see, I'm having problem in my work. I can't read my emails. I can't do my texts. I can't read my SMSs. And it looks like I'm losing my job. That's not all. I seem to be losing a lot of abilities. More problems. And what did I lose? I lost my ability to be a handyman at home. I can't do my electrical. I can't do my plumbing repairs. And I have to pay people to do it. And I'm losing money. And furthermore, I lose my ability to jog. I say it's okay, it's a good excuse not to jog, not to exercise. And I'm losing my ability to play games like ball games, squash, tennis. I said it's okay, it's only games. But as I stop all this leisure and I'm having these problems, I got angry. I got frustrated. And it's outpouring onto my friends and my family. And they find me very difficult to get along. And the thought of myself not seeing my family faces anymore, that even irks me further. But ironically, this feeling outpour upon them. They try to help me, but they doesn't know how to help me because I'm not helping myself. So this problem keep going on and I'm going down. And I started drinking, smoking, because I thought I can drink my problem away. I sleep on it because I thought that after sleeping, everything will be over. But when I wake up, all the problems came back. So when I dragged myself to church one day, I was sitting there, just waiting for the service to start. I was thinking, I'm losing not just my jobs and my abilities, I'm losing my mind. I don't want to lose my soul. And suddenly, this church brother came out to me. He said, "Hi, Gary, haven't seen you for a while." I said, "Yeah, something happened, I guess." He said, "I noticed that you are having problems with your eyes." Oh, I said, "You notice? How observant." Wow, I see. Noticing and observation are not my cup of tea anymore. That's why I took to alcohol. You got some suggestion for me? He said, "Oh no, actually I can get my PA to call you and then we can come up with something." Little did I know that that day is going to be my break. And to make a long story even longer, well, the PA called me and sure enough, I understand then that my friend actually worked for SG Enable. And what's that? It's actually a government agency that partnership with social enterprise and charity organization like SPD, which is the Society of Physical Disabled. So the PA hooked me up with one of the nice gentlemen. His name is Daniel, and he works for SPD. So he was going through my file, and after reading, he said, "Gary, I noticed that your vision is down to 5%. What are the things that you can't do?" Oh, I say, "I cannot do two things. I cannot do this, and I cannot do that." He said, "Oh my, that's almost everything." Laughter, the best medicine, isn't it? I say, "Yeah, overdosage make you a joke." He said, "Well, keep the attitude. I like it." Well, he said, "I can start you on a mobility course conducted by the Guide Dog Singapore." Guide Dog Singapore is another charity organization for the blind. So I said, "I have lost so much things already. I have nothing further to lose. Why not?" Well, I went there with some reluctance. I just go. And when I was there training, I realized that they taught me how to use a cane in a different manner. It's very technical. They use things like the wall. They use traffic noises. They use things like wind even to feel. And then a little bit of echolocation. It was quite scientific. I didn't know that. Well, it does help a little bit with my movement. Okay. I say it's all right. They also taught me some kind of self-defense to defend myself when I'm mugged. Well, in Singapore, that wouldn't happen. And they taught me something even better, how to manage my vision loss. And to compensate with technology. Things like a screen reader on a computer, where I could read my email and I could do my stuff. And the best thing is they taught me how to use the iPhone with a voiceover. Wow, I say. And a voiceover, I can read my emails, I can do my SMS, and then that time WhatsApp start, I could do that too. And the best thing is there are apps on it. Because, you know, after a person being blind, I cannot drive anymore, and I have to take the public transport. And public transport, imagine if you want to take the bus and the MRT, it's going to be very difficult, and with vision loss, what more? So the apps itself teaches, plan the routes for me. And I could travel, you know, when it's a counter for the bus. So it's called Move It, and it's better than nothing. So you can see it now, Move It. Well, this app also tells me when a bus is approaching or the bus is arriving. Well, it actually helps me to go. It's some form of solution. Wow. And while I was on the course, I got curious. So I asked the trainer, I said, "What about this guide dog thingy, you know? You have guide dogs." So the trainer said, "Well, we provide guide dogs for the blind." Oh, I said, "Like how much?" He said, "Well, 50,000 or more." I said, "Goodness gracious, I'm so poor now, I can't even pay attention how to pay 50K. He said, no, we give free for the blind." I said, "Oh, that's the magic word. You know, I want one." So sure enough, I was placed on the assessment, and after some times, in less than 2 months, I got it in record time, my guide dog, Jordie here. You know, I didn't know that he's going to be one of the best things that happened to me when I go blind. I'll elaborate more. And while I was training with him for 3 weeks, that nice Mr. Daniel got me a job in Dialogue in the Dark. Well, this place do very dark business. They conduct curriculums for schools. They did team building workshops for companies, and they did enrichment programs. They did components for modulars, for polytechnics. But all are being done in total darkness and conducted by blind people only. Wow. So I get to know my colleagues, and I got to know 2 of them who are congenitally blind, blind from birth. And imagine, try talking to them about rainbows, colors, how about shadows, explain to them. Or how about handsome, ugly, beautiful. Wow. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. What happened if you never have eyes? I thought that was total deprivation. How are they going to function in this sighted world? But yet, they function effectively in this world of sight. Why? I noticed that most of them look on the bright side. Bright side? I said, like where, man? I'm trying to look for my bright side. Well, they actually have a positive outlook of life. What's that? I was thinking, all these years, I was looking at the wrong place or the wrong time. I was always looking at my problems. Over the years, when I was having my surgery, I was thinking of the problems piling on me. I was thinking negatively, and it hurts me more and more. And I took to doing other things, stupid things like drinking and smoking. But when you look on the positive side, like these people who could function effectively in a world of sight, though they are blind, because they take every form of challenge, not as a challenge, but as opportunity. And having that opportunity make you grow strength to strength. I say, gosh, they make me realize that the worst thing about yourself not being able to see is to see yourself not being able. Goodness, why didn't I think of that? I say, if they have it, I want it. And if they can do it, so can I. And if the blind can do it, what about you? You see, I started doing things and more things. I did so many things. It kept my mind away from thinking about problems. And it made me forget that I cannot do a lot of other things. And when I talk about doing things, it's not just things. It's things that build up your spirit. It's things that give you self-esteem and increasing your confidence. And by increasing that confidence, you have a positive energy that keeps you going. And that positive energy in turns inspire people. And when your friends around you get inspired, they gravitate towards you, thereby improving your relationship again. And my family started to having food with me, dinner with me, going out with me, because I have Jordie. And I realized Jordie also can jog with me. And I built up a routine of jogging with him every morning. You can look at it. Okay. Not this one for me, I use it for everywhere, from home. And when I first thought that if you can't jog, it's okay. You can't play games, it's okay. No, my friends. Playing games and jogging brings your mind over your body and your soul. It synchronizes. And you put your body in motion, increasing that adrenaline, increasing that positive energy, and it keeps you on a positive side. That's what happened. I didn't know that. Now I do. So I kept doing things, and my friends kept getting refreshed and inspired by me. And there are people who in the job get inspired and refreshed by me. You know that when you refresh and inspire people, you get refreshed and inspired yourself. And that energy goes on. I call it synergy. So When I say do things, you must do things that keep you healthy, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, socially, and spiritually. And I did so much thing, I even forgotten that I'm blind. It works for me. I believe it works for anybody, whatever your situation. You know, Jordie, you agree with me? I guess you do. No, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not blind. I'm simply a man that cannot see any problem because I have positive sight. Thank you.